Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my weekly Newsround series. This time it's episode 22, and as always I've got a ton of information to get through. Now be warned, there will be spoilers as always, so be prepared. But I won't be rehashing my hot comic book alerts. That's for you to go back through and check through that series. They're getting quite a few. I'll be hitting 150 soon, so please, a lot of good information in those hot comic book alerts. Okay, let's get into the news. This one's interesting. Angelina Jolie is in talks to star in Marvel Studios' The Eternals for director Chloe Zhao, according to The Hollywood Reporter. While details about the Jack Kirby created adaptation are being kept under wraps, sources tell THR that one aspect to the story involves the love story between Icarus, a man fueled by cosmic energy, and Cersei, who relishes moving amongst humans. Now the rap also adds that their sources say the film is focused on Cersei. Eternals, issue 3, from the first volume. I own the book, glad to say. Jolie has established relationship with Disney, having played Maleficent in the 2014 film and its upcoming 2019 sequel, Mistress of Evil. Now, back in 2015, Jolie reportedly was in talks to direct the then upcoming Captain Marvel film. Jolie played a Nick Fury-esque character in 2004's Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. I quite enjoyed that film. It had its detractors, but it was okay in my opinion. 6.5, 7 out of 10. The Eternals is based on a script by Matthew and Ryan Firpo. We have no release date as yet. What are your thoughts on the Eternals? I'm all set. 2 issues of number 1. Going to be great. I think this is going to be a humongous hit for Marvel, as I do think that New Gods is going to be for DC. Can't wait. Now this one's interesting. An image purported to be a Star Wars Episode 9 poster is floating around on the interwebs. That's right. The poster shows several new characters. Take it with a grain of salt. This might not be legit, but to me, it looks very convincing. We get to see C-3PO with a bowcaster. There's the poster, guys. New character here. Here are the knights. And there you see 3PO with that bowcaster. Interesting stuff. On a more serious note, there's a number of new characters present. A fish head alien over Finn's shoulder. A woman with a fluttering cape next to Chewbacca, and a character that probably isn't the Purple Ranger next to Poe Dameron. According to the purported leaked character sheets over at makingstarwars.net, those last two would be Jannah and Zori. 2 new names. If Jannah sounds familiar to you, it might be thinking of a now non-canon daughter of Han Solo and Leia Organa, Jaina Solo. Naomi Aki was previously cast for an undisclosed role in Star Wars Episode 9, and this could be her. Now, Games Radar Plus speculates that the helmeted Zori is Kerry Russell's character. Let's have another look at that character. Just here, guys. Also in the image is a new group shot of what appears to be the Knights of Ren, who were seen briefly in A Force Awakens. Now, I've heard that they are going to be playing a big part in Episode 9. I've also read somewhere that Kylo Ren actually teams up with the good guys, and they take on a new sinister baddie that they find on a distant planet. Something to do with the dark side of the Force. Now, for me, episodes 7 and 8 haven't quite had it. I would go as far as to say the prequels have been better than episodes 7 and 8. Now, The Force Awakens I enjoyed more than The Last Jedi. And I didn't hate The Last Jedi, but there were so many parts in that I just could not accept. The main part for me being, you cannot leave us waiting for Luke Skywalker to turn up and take down the Empire only to go out like a puff of smoke. I want to see him. We've waited 25 years, 30 years for him to go in there and kick some butt, and it was just a cop-out. It was disappointing. I didn't want to see Kylo Ren with his shirt off. I didn't want to see Luke milking an alien. Snoke turns up, and yeah, finally I think we've got that villain, because Kylo Ren isn't a villain for me. You know, like I say, I think he might turn to the good side at some point. I'll never accept it, not after killing Han. But, you know, we need that big main villain. We haven't got it as yet. I thought Snoke was it, and yet he was killed off so easily by apprentices, and I couldn't understand it. That cantina scene in The Last Jedi, again, no need for it. My problem is I just don't resonate with the new characters as much as particularly the original trilogy, and in some ways some of the prequel trilogy. For me, The Last Jedi, I know I'm probably in the minority, but I enjoyed The Last Jedi. The Revenge of the Sith, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That epic battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan at the end, brilliant. Now there's talks we're going to get an Obi-Wan miniseries coming to Netflix or Disney Plus with Ewan McGregor. That would be epic. There's also talks that Anakin is Hayden Christensen is going to be reprising his role as Anakin in Episode 9. Whether like in a ghost, I don't know, but that's coming. Now we've got the Solo spin-off, and we've had Rogue One, both of which I've thoroughly enjoyed. Rogue One in particular was the best Star Wars film to come out for ages. Solo was good, but it didn't do so well off of the backlash that was the disappointing Last Jedi. I want to see Luke back. Now, of course, Mark Hamill's back in Episode 9, but are we going to get just a Force ghost? Because that's again a cop-out for me. I want to see him. Now, he's dead apparently, but is he that powerful that he can come back? I'd love to see him in action, in battle mode. Okay. That sour note that Last Jedi has left me with. Let's move on. Now, with the Disney 21st Century Fox buyout now complete, observers are still speculating as to what the ultimate fate of the Fox-produced, Disney-owned New Mutants film will be. And now Wolfsbane actor Maisie Williams says even she's not sure what's going on with the movie, which began in 2017 and which currently has a planned August release date. I got a feeling we're not going to get this film. That's my own inkling. Who knows when the F that's going to come out? Williams told Rolling Stone in an interview. Hopefully this interview will make everyone hurry up a little bit. Now, Williams also explained that planned reshoots for New Mutants, which she says were designed to make the film scarier, never took place, leaving even more questions about the fate of the movie, which has suffered significant release delays. New Mutants was originally scheduled to be released on in April of 2018, with a trailer even hitting in late 2017. Then the film was pushed back to November 2018 and finally shunted to February of 2019. Now the film has an assigned release date of August the 2nd, 2019. However, since Disney's purchase of Fox, it's been unclear whether that date will hold. Like I say, I don't think it's going to come. Now, with Williams' comments and her further assertions that her co-workers on the film are also stumped, it seems New Mutants' release may be entirely up in the air. Now, I've also read that if it is going to show, it's going to be on the Disney streaming site. It's not even going to make it to cinemas, which is disappointing. I think I found a 6th printing of Marvel graphic novel issue, graphic novel 4, the first appearance of the New Mutants. Good read. But I'm hoping it's coming. You know, more the merrier. That's my take. But early buzz is terrible. Now, Mr. Sinister was supposedly coming in, but again, those sort of rumors have been debunked. I want to see Mr. Sinister. We'll have to wait, you know, see what's happening with that. But I'm not confident. Okay, so I went and saw Captain Marvel. I guess a lot of you have now as well. I've said it before. It's a middle of the pack film for me. It's not as bad as Ant-Man and Wasp. That didn't do it for me. It's not as bad as Thor 2, although I went back and watched Thor 2 Dark World recently, and I enjoyed it more the second time than the first. It's not as bad as Iron Man 2. It's not as bad as Iron Man 3. But it's not up there with the best. And my main concern with Captain Marvel was the fact that the lead just didn't do it for me. The lead actress was okay, but she didn't grab me like a Thor, like a Captain America. For me, I was more drawn to the backup characters of Talos, of Goose the cat, of Nick Fury, who had some comedic moments. But hopefully we're going to, you know, I'm not writing her off. Hopefully, you know, we've seen her, spoiler, turn up at the end of Captain Marvel in the post-credits. So she's angry. Nick Fury's missing. She wants to find him. I'm hoping we're going to see full-on fury from Captain Marvel. Well, Brie Larson is definitely an A-lister now, as Captain Marvel has reached 930.9 million at the global box office. Now, domestically, the film has earned 327.9 million to date in the USA, surpassing the original Iron Man of 318.4 million and putting it just a few days shy of Guardians of the Galaxy episode 1, which was 333.1 million. Now, the film is playing in an estimated 4,278 screens in the United States and Canada, just 32 less than its debut 18 days ago. It's going well, you know, like I say, I'd give it a 7, 7.5. But I seem to be in the majority as well, because a lot of my people I've spoke to seem to think the same about the film. Now, outside of North America, Captain Marvel has earned an estimated 603 million, trumping The Jungle Book at 598 million, but still somewhat distant from Venom, 640 million. Will Captain Marvel still be in the theatres when Avengers Endgame comes out on April the 26th? It does seem likely. Now, updated on March the 25th, 2019, as expected, Captain Marvel topped 900 million. So you can see its progression. From the 25th to the 27th, it earned another $30 million. It's on fire. You cannot deny the success that the film has brought. The MCU knows how to deliver, don't they? It's all about Endgame, isn't it? I can't wait. I'm staying away from trailers. Now, obviously, I know a lot what's going on because I like to keep in the loop as regards my hot comic book alerts and things like that. God, I'm excited. Okay. Now, Thor Ragnarok actor Idris Elba, you know, Heimdall, is in talks to play a key role in Fox Films' adaptation of David Peterson's creator-owned Boom Studios comic book, Mouse Guard, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Now, Mouse Guard focuses on an order of nightly mice. Elba would reportedly portray Selanawi, a legendary mouse warrior long believed missing. Now, Andy Serkis is on board to play the film's villain. I love Andy Serkis. Loved him as Claw, a former member of the Order who goes bad, named Midnight. Now, Mouse Guard will be filmed in motion capture, and the Batman director Matt Reeves, who's working with Serkis in a motion capture role on his film War of the Planet of the Apes, will be producing. That was a fantastic. Andy Serkis as Caesar. Oh my days. Should have got an Oscar nomination for that, in my opinion. I know it's motion capture, but he was just tremendous. Now, there's no projected release date for Mouse Guard, but I've always been on the lookout for Mouse Guard. Can never find it. There's a little pic of Mouse Guard. think the kids will like that one, if I'm not mistaken. Now, talking to Captain Marvel. Now, Marvel Studios Director of Visual Development and Concept Artist Andy Park has shared an unused design of Captain Marvel's Star Force uniform that differs somewhat from the one that made it into the film, including a different helmet with a visor and without the mohawk pop-up. Quite like the mohawk, actually. That was the original one. It's dark, but you can see the big old mohawk there from the suit that made it into production. Now, this is the one that Andy Park came up with. The concept design I did actually was pretty close to being approved. Then the idea of the uniform being able to change colours came about. Here I was going for shapes similar to a classic look, but different enough. This is what originally nearly made it into the film. Pretty cool. But we got the mohawk instead. A series I thoroughly enjoyed. And I'll hold my hands up. I'll be the first to admit, I thought Titans was going to be shocking from pictures I saw, from trailers I saw. But boy, was I wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. Of course, now we're getting Doom Patrol out. You know, some friends of mine have seen it and said it's fantastic. I am buzzing after seeing Doom Patrol in Titans. Cannot wait for that. We're getting Swamp Thing. We're getting Stargirl. But Chelsea Sand, best known for her role on Disney Channel's Andy Mack, has been cast as Rose Wilson, aka the Ravager, in DC Universe's Titan streaming service. Here's how Ravager is described for the series. Daughter of the deadly assassin Deathstroke, Rose Wilson was forced to undergo the same procedure that granted her father nearly superhuman abilities, becoming a weapon known as Ravager. Ever resentful, she seeks out the Titans not only for their protection, but to get back at her father. Knowing how dangerous it is to be the offspring of their deadliest foe, the Titans take her in, but that doesn't necessarily mean they trust her. Now, Izzy Morales has been previously cast as Deathstroke, so I'm excited. I've got to be honest, I'm very excited. Of course, we're getting Connor Kent in season 2. The actor's been cast. Cannot wait for that. We're going to get Crypto. Such good times for DC. You know, I know Marvel are currently slightly winning the cinematic battle, although Aquaman closed that gap. For me, Aquaman was much better than Captain Marvel. But DC's TV series, for me at the moment, are better than Marvel's. I watch Runaways, it's okay. Legion's a tough watch. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D's a tough watch. Don't get me wrong, I love the Marvel Netflix universe, but that's gone now. You know, we're getting Jessica Jones, my all-time favourite. That season 3, that's going to wrap that up. But DC are smashing it at the moment with these Titans and Doom Patrol. Long may, you know, I'm all for healthy competition. I want to see good shows, whether it be Marvel, DC, or independent. Here's an image. Remember this old legend. Oh my days. Yes. Actor, writer, director Macon Blair, best known for his roles in Blue Ruin and Green Room, has been tapped to direct Legendary's Toxic Avenger reboot, according to Variety. Now, Blair's directorial debut, I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore, won the Grand Jury Prize at the Sundance Film Festival. Now, previous to his film work, Blair cut his teeth in comic books in the late 2000s with Yoni Press, OGN, Hell City, and shorts in Avengers Classics, Wolverine, Firebreak, and Fear Agent. Now, his OGN Long Road to Liquor City with artist Joe Flood was recently published by Omni. Now, the Toxic Avenger tells the story of Melvin Junko, or Melvin Ferb III in the original film, a scrawny janitor who becomes a violent mutant folk hero after being doused in chemicals from Tromaville, the toxic waste capital of America. Now, Trauma founder Lloyd Kaufman, who co-created the original Toxic Avenger film, will serve as a producer on the reboots. That's interesting. That's exciting. The original is now considered a cult classic that spawned multiple sequels and even a kid-friendly cartoon version with the accompanying toy line and a Marvel Comics adaptation at its heights in the early 1990s. No projected release date yet for Toxic Avenger B-movie special. I'll watch it. Why not? Now, Nightflyer's actor Sam Strike has been cast as the gunslinger Roland Deschain in Amazon's TV adaptation of Stephen King's The Dark Tower. Now, Strike reportedly joins Vikings actor Jesper Pakkanen on the project, whose undisclosed role is rumoured to be Martin, the prospective show's central villain. Should it be ordered to pilot and then to series, this adaptation would be independent from and not connected to the previous film version, which starred Idris Elba and didn't do particularly well. I didn't see it, but I heard it bombed and I heard it was pretty poor. We'll see where that goes. Dark Tower, the TV show. Moving on. I'm excited for this one. Sony's Master of the Universe reboot film may have found its frontrunner for its lead role of He-Man in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before actor Noah Centineo. This is the actor. Surely he has not got the build for He-Man. Good Lord. He's going to have to do a lot of bulking up for that. Well, I'll give him a chance. That's what I did. Now, details about the reboot film are scarce, but it will be directed by Aaron and Adam Nee with a script by Iron Man screenwriters Matt Holliday and Art Markham, and will be produced by David Goyer. So, are you excited for a He-Man reboot? I certainly am. You know, I've still got fond memories of the Dolph Lundgren He-Man film. I've got it somewhere. Loved it. Very excited for the reboot. I was looking for DC Comics Presents issue 47, the first He-Man, at the weekend. I did okay. I didn't get that, but I got pretty close to it. Epic's Batman adjacent Alfred original TV series Pennyworth has added 2 actors, according to Deadline. First up, Gentleman Jack actor Emma Payette will portray Martha Kane, better known as the future wife of Thomas Wayne, who is played by Ben Aldridge. Meanwhile, lovesick actor Jessica Ellery. Ellerby. This is Jessica Ellerby. Well, now this one's interesting. Now she will portray a character named by the Hollywood trade as the Queen. Now this could be perhaps based on the Queen of the Royal Flush Gang, given the show's Batman connections, or potentially the literal Queen of England, where the show is set. So we don't really know, do we? But, you know, my first thoughts were, do we need an Alfred TV series? You know, for me, Gotham has the ultimate Alfred. Sean Pertwee is absolutely fantastic. I've met the guy. Great actor. Love Gotham. Gutted actually that's wrapping up. But yeah, it did give me a bit of taste. I want to see a kick butt version of Alfred, so I think we're going to get that. I don't know how many characters they're going to use though from the DC universe. I'm interested to see that. Talking of the DC universe, YouTube star Chella Man has been cast as this guy, Jericho, for DC Universe's Titans. And this is Chella Man. This follows the previous casting of José Morales as Deathstroke, Jericho's father in the comic books. Son of the infamous DC villain Deathstroke, played by José Morales, Joseph Wilson is the Titan known as Jericho. Reads DC's description. Mute after his father failed to rescue him from having his vocal cords severed by assassins. Jericho has a unique ability to possess anyone just by making eye contact. This gentle-natured yet proud hero has proven himself a formidable Titan. Man came to prominence with his YouTube channel, There's Hope for Us All, profiling his gender transition, maybe not, and life as being deaf, genderqueer, Chinese and Jewish. What a combo. Man was signed to IMG as a model, however Titans would be his first major acting role. Yeah, give the guy a chance, I say. Why not? Now DC Universe is also reportedly casting for Ravager, the sibling of Jericho. So, as we know, Ravager has just been cast, Jericho's been cast, Deathstroke's been cast. Yeah, let's see what Cello Man can bring to the table. Strange though, isn't it, to pick somebody just from their YouTube channel, but give him a go. Let's see where it goes. Could be exciting. Okay, here's an actress. Now this actress is Florence Pugh, and Florence Pugh is in talks for a secondary lead role in Marvel Studios' Black Widow film, according to Variety. You know my excitement about this. My best comic book, I said it a million times, is Tales of Suspense issue 52, the first appearance of Black Widow. Delighted to have that one. As you know now, one of my hot comic book alerts. I know I said I shouldn't say about it, but Ultimate Comics issue 26. The Spider-Man Ultimate Comics issue 26 is the first appearance of the Ultimate Taskmaster, the villain they are going to be using in the Black Widow movie. It's a great book. It's on fire. Now, personally, I would rather go with Avengers 195 and 196, but they're going down the Ultimate route. Now, from what I've been reading, though, that Ultimate Taskmaster is going to be a female, to coincide, I guess, with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. Now, Pugh stars in the recently released Fighting With My Family. What a fantastic film that is. The wrestling film of Paige, the WWE star. I took my daughter to see it the other day. We laughed. Oh boy, it's funny. But there's some real emotional moments in it too. If you haven't seen that, produced by The Rock, he's done brilliant with that. And I'm not Rock's biggest fan, but what a great movie. Well, Florence Pugh also had a major role in BBC One's adaptation of John le Carre's espionage novel, The Little Drummer Girl. Now, Pugh reportedly had been on Marvel's radar for the role since the fall of 2018, and after meeting with several other actors, the studio circled back to the 23-year-old. Now, Scarlett Johansson is scheduled to reprise her role as Black Widow, with Kate Shortland directing from a script by Jack Schaefer. Now, when I first heard of the film, you know, I bought Tales of Suspense 52 because there were just rumours at the time that a Black Widow movie was coming. I couldn't turn it down for the price. But having said that, I wasn't that excited for a Black Widow movie because at the end of the day, she's a superhero, but she hasn't got any powers. And I'd like some powers in my characters. But, you know, I think this could be a hit, a bit along the lines of Winter Soldier. Now, originally it was going to be R-rated from what I was reading. That's not the case now. But we're getting the Taskmaster. And now Florence Pugh, because she's a good actress, trust me. Could be a surprise hit, the Black Widow movie. It's definitely coming. Excited to see how it's going to play out. And my final bit of news, guys, because this is a long video today. Sorry about that. Tony Stark will soon swoop onto PlayStation VR systems in a new Iron Man VR game that uses the platform's technology to put players inside of Tony's virtual armor from developer Camouflage. The game was announced during Sony's State of Play conference via Variety. Little is known about the game story, but brief footage seen at the event showed Iron Man escaping a crashing plane. The trailer I've seen is fantastic. I will finish with it in a sec. Additionally, artist Adi Granoff designed a new Iron Man armor for the game. That's interesting. In close collaboration with our partners and friends at Marvel Games, Adi created a new armor that, like the game, mixes a classic comic book aesthetic with an ultra-modern twist. Camouflage director Ryan Payton said in the statement, "In Marvel's Iron Man VR, the player who plays as the genius inventor Tony Stark confronts ghosts from his past, powerful forces who seek to ruin him, and everything he stands for. By fully embracing the magic of PlayStation VR, players will come face to face with iconic allies and supervillains as they jet around the globe on a heroic mission to save not only Tony Stark Industries, but the world itself. We cannot wait to share more about how we are telling an original Iron Man story in a way that only virtual reality shows. Here's the game's official description. Don the PlayStation VR headset to suit up as the Armored Avenger in an original Iron Man adventure. Using 2 PlayStation Move motion controllers, fire up Iron Man's repulsor jets and blast into the skies with an arsenal of iconic Iron Man weapons at your fingertips. Face off against Iron Man's greatest foes in high-stakes, action-packed battles. Upgrade tech in Tony Stark's garage to customize Iron Man's sleek suit and awesome abilities. Alright, this game is expected to release in 2019, and I'm going to finish you guys with the trailer. Enjoy, because this is fun. That's Daz over now. Bye for now.
Morning, sir. Our travel time to Shanghai is 11 hours, 15 minutes.
Told you we should have taken the faster flight.
I think the board prefers you wear a more conventional suit to these company meetings. You can't outrun your past.
Friday, tell me I didn't just imagine that.
Negative, sir. Sir, incoming!
A little late, don't you think? Friday, suit up, now!
All systems online.
Time for the hero thing.
Sir, hostiles inbound, 10 o'clock.
So much for a hero's welcome.
On your right.
Any idea who we're up against?
You've made your share of enemies, sir. I'll need more time. Above you.
That's how it's done.
Epic looking stuff, guys.